So you're what? Okay. We gotta talk to someone back in Little Solace. Yeah, no. I love that fight. It has some really interesting mechanics. But oh god, is it easy to accidentally troll your teammates. I really, really suggest on that fight, take like 5 minutes, pull up a guide, look at what you're supposed to do, or ask. Because you can troll your team on that one. Archon, you've returned. Dare I ask how Ramu received your visit? He challenged you to a test of arms. Well then, that you have some experience in such matters. Peoples of both Gridania and Little Solace will be relieved to hear the Lord of Levin has accepted you as the Forest Champion of Peace. You have performed a monumental duty this day, Archon. The Elder Seed Seer must be informed of your deeds at once. The Elder Seed Seer will wish to hear of your experiences firsthand. Pray return to Gridania and make directly for the Lotus Stand. The conjurer at Nofisco's altar will be expecting you. Fare you well, Archon. Also, yes, my attempts to unlock or to progress the Aurum Vale quest were not successful because you get teleported back after that. Who'd you kill now, Bird? That is a really weird way of saying that female cats produce large litters. Also, trying to find the definition of superfecund is, an endeavor. Welcome back, Honored Scion. We who knew of your mission have been most anxious to see your return. The Elder Seedseer awaits you within. Yep, let me in.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramu ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell?
He challenged me to a duel.
Ramu made trial of you?
Said if I was going to protect mankind, I better be able to beat him up, so...
I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest.
A lot of that is well done, but yeah, sure.
As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off.
Maybe have a chat with the Monitress. They seem rather opposed to that.
On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth.
Are we alone now?
Lord Ramu has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent.
And now a few lines from a song that played during Umbrella Academy is stuck in my head. Dancing scene? I think we're all alone
Voices of
now.
the forest,
Yeah,
pray
that's...
speak and
yeah.
I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
More cats? Oh. What's up, Papa Lamo? Ascends another daunting mission, Archon? I'd hoped Lord Lamu could be persuaded with words alone. But nonetheless, I can only admire the adroitness with which you responded to the Primal's sudden challenge. And it seems that Oriange, too, was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Archon? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stones and ponder the lessons of the day? Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to carry the party with a LB raise. I just don't have that power. Best I can do is like hunch really, really hard. Yeah, saving everything with a full party res is glorious. Welcome back, Archon. Word of your momentous encounter with Lord Ramu precedes you. I would fain share news of mine own, but Oriange's discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord 11, our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ashian's immortality. Let us assemble and discuss his observations together. Can we, like, maybe do it in a voiced cutscene?
If everyone is
Cool.
ready, let us
Thank
begin.
you.
Oriange, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the Waking Sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
So to anyone who doesn't know what Bert is talking about, is that the yellow bar that was appearing in the top of Ramu can stack up to 3. If you are a healing class and you use the limit break when you have 3 stacks, it reses the entire party to full, with no weakness. It can absolutely save everything.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
Wait, that's how you pronounce that name? Y'shtola? What? Thanks for telling me now, Urianger.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior.
Also, it's ether? I disagree.
Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm.
I signed up to beat up gods, not go to school, Minfilia. Do I have to take notes?
The restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Sounds a lot like, what was it, Mako in 7 that did the same thing?
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
They have the ability to come back on at will.
Nay, it merely withdraweth the distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
So
Yes,
it chills out in the
exists
in-between?
neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
Are you, though?
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Guys, we have a plan to kill the Ascians. Maybe.
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Thank you for your belief.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian.
Oh, right. What happened to them? Did we ever... No,
Their
we have no idea
findings
what's up
shall
with them.
soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
Wait, are they talking to me or to the title Archon? I think they're talking to the title Archon. What? Can I hang out here? This place looks cool. The Lord of Levin is returned to the Aether, as was the Leviathan before him. Ramo's acquiescence was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Krag, Whirl, and Levin. All have now been humbled by the Bringer of Light. Emeroloth? That's a new name. Ultima. Limitless potential of man. Heidelin's servant grows mightier by the day. Yet he prospers at great cost to his mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times of the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls have grown weak and wan. Yet even as it enervates, the Otter empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted, to forge the final key. That is a task to which we bend our every effort. Divine seeds were ever wont to quicken Eorzea's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field, and by their eager hands shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. Seriously, this zone is really cool, though. Now the matter of Ramuh has, for the present, been put to rest. There is something I would show you, Archon. It is a letter of thanks, signed by the leaders of the Eorzean Alliance, acknowledging the Scion's tireless service to the realm. It mentions, in particular, the names of all of the defeated primals: Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, Good King Miqo'te XII, Leviathan, and now Ramuh. One name, one name, one name. Big ass title. One name. Why are you so special, Miqo'te? Is it because he's a Moogle? Needless to say, there is only one among our number to have faced them all. He's me. And though these words of gratitude were addressed to our order as a whole, I feel that they were meant for you above all others. I, too, must offer my heartfelt thanks for all that you have done. In the course of your duties, you have never once failed to answer my call to arms. You're a true hero, Archon, and Eorzea is that much safer for your presence. Pray do not misunderstand me. I said safer, not safe. I know only too well that we can ill afford to lower our guard. The Ascians may be relied upon to sow chaos in this realm, until such time as they are forced to stop. Even without their encouragement, you may be assured that man would foment strife on his own. And that is to say nothing of the beast tribes. Unless we learn to live in harmony, the primals too will return to plague us again and again and again. Yet, despite all of this, your deeds serve to inspire the people, to give them hope for a better tomorrow, and there is no greater gift. That we have the courage to strive for what might otherwise seem an impossible peace, we owe in no small part to the dangers you have faced on our behalf, and the people you have won over to our cause in so doing. Our list of enemies has never been long, but think of the allies with whom we are now blessed. Of the beastmen who wish naught of conflict, and who now call you friend. Of the Alamegans and the Domans who stand with us, determined to halt the dread march of the Empire. And then there are the many unsung individuals who have gathered here in Revenant's Toll. Honest men and women who seek to employ their skills for the good of all. Of course, when speaking of our greatest allies, we must not forget those closest to us, by which I mean our fellow Scions. Thanks to their many and varied talents, our order is uniquely equipped to combat the far-reaching corruption of the Ascians. Combat it we shall. Your enthusiasm is truly heartwarming, Antecedent. Given our embarrassing wealth of allies, I trust it will not inconvenience you unduly if I absent myself for a time. What you doing, Alfie? Alfie, no. take it the troubles in Ul'dah no longer require your attention? There are yet some rumblings of discontent, but the air of simmering violence is largely dissipated. 'Tis a report such that I stand before you now. That, and to speak with you considering the new organization we discussed. Ah, I have a message for you from Ella. You recall the refugee girl? The one whose parents were missing. They were found unharmed. She wished me to pass on her thanks to you. Why, Elfino, and I understand that you made the effort to remember the poor girl's name. Look forward to reading all about her in your report. I do hope you left nothing out. Archon, you've been away from Remnant's Toll for some time now, I believe. Might I suggest that you put the affairs of the realm to one side for the moment, and take this opportunity to reacquaint yourself with the town? Which reminds me, one of the Doman children recently inquired as to your whereabouts. Yuzan was his name. I believe he has some small matter he wishes to share with you. Why not oblige him with a visit? You know, I just noticed. Let's see if I can show this side. So you should be, the gemstones on this weapon are green. That was accidental. I have no idea whether that changed because of the rest of my gear or what, but you cannot dye those weapons, so I didn't do it. See it in here? Sheath. So you can kind of see gemstones on this are interesting.